Howdy, howdy, folks. A-Train here with you for a first episode and a look at Stellaris from Paradox Interactive. Let me make sure to throw that in there and put it in the link in the description below and all that stuff because they got all kinds of copyright protection on this, blah, 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 blah. I will say this. I guess go look up Stellaris on YouTube and look for the soundtrack because I can't play the music because it's copyrighted. But boy, it is awesome. It's just fantastic. Anyway, okay, so this is a new game in my inventory. I just picked it up a week or so ago. It was on sale, and they've just gone through a major upgrade. They did the 2.0 patch, and then 2.1 Niven followed shortly behind that. So it's essentially a new game. For those of you who may have played a couple years ago, it's a whole new ball of wax. So what I want to do is, because I've got maybe 8 or 10 hours in it now. I played it like most of yesterday. Fantastic. It's just awesome. It is a kind of a real-time strategy game, I guess would be a way to put it. Based in the distant future, and covers the galaxy, the Milky Way galaxy. Or I guess you could say it's a different galaxy. It just depends. All right, so here's what I want to do with this episode. We're going to try to keep this short and make it informative and do an introduction to the GUI and the basics of how the game works. So some things you need to know to get started in Stellaris. Now, I'm learning this, so it's there may be things that I misstate or need assistance with. Feel free to put those in the comments below. But what I'm going to do is I'm playing through the tutorial. Now we're going to start a brand new video series on this, a Let's Play. But I'm going to use the tutorial that I'm playing to act as a basis for our tour of the GUI and everything, because I don't want to go through the process of setting up for the game and all that stuff. We'll do that in the actual Let's Play series. All right. So notice pretty lens flares and beautiful graphics. You can zoom in and out. I mean, look at this. Looking at the star, it's almost like watching on Elite Dangerous. Very cool stuff. Okay. So right now, I'm playing the humans, and we're zoomed out on the Sol system, which of course is our home system. Here's Earth, and there's Saturn, there's Jupiter, there's Mars, and around Jupiter you've got, excuse me, gosh, man, I swear anymore I get in the evening and I'm just pooped. You got, Uranus and Neptune out here and what have you. Venus, Mercury. They don't have any stuff going on with them. All right, so let's talk about what you're seeing right now. So again, this is our solar system, the Sol system, and you can see planets. Planets have resources. Well, a lot of them do. Mars has minerals. Okay, this is a great mouse over system. You see all that popped up there just now? Boom, blop. You need minerals to build stuff. All right. You need power to buy stuff, basically. Energy credits are the currency of the game. All right. Then you need food for your people, and then you need some other stuff. All right. So you can see planets and what have you that have various attributes. You have to mine these things, so you have like a mining station built. Here's the one for Mars, so it allows us to pick up 3 minerals per month, and that's indicated up here. All right, so then you have some other things like this here, engineering research. All right, and that is used to research new technologies, increase our output by building engineering facilities on our colonies or by constructing research stations around certain planets or stars. So we've got a research station here, Jupiter Research Station. But Ganymede's also got minerals, and then Europa's got engineering research. So we have Europa Research Station, Jupiter Research Station, and Ganymede Mining Station. Okay, cool. Now, what else do we have? We have gateways. All right, how do you get from one solar system to another? They use faster than light travel. You go through a gateway. Okay, so these will point to, initially they'll say unknown, And then once you get there and you explore it, then you'll get the name of the system and all that good stuff. All right, cool. Now, we have a starbase right here, and that's basically how you control a system, is you have a starbase there. It kind of starts like a space station, then it goes up to a starbase, and it goes like a even bigger ship, or bigger whatever, star monstrosity or something like that. All right, let's turn that off. Okay, so here's the government. This tells you about the government of your system. You've got ethics that you deal with. You have civics that you deal with. You have the authority in next election. You have dictatorships. You have representative, republics, blah, blah, blah. You have an election overview you can look at. All right, and it tells you who the different people are running for office. Here's a piracy risk. That's kind of important. I think, yeah. Bordering systems are not... Okay, I'll show you this in a second, because I noticed this earlier, and so yeah, that's something to look at. You can reform the government. There's no modifiers, or no temporary modifiers right now. I've just gone through some turnover as my initial leadership group, core as it were, have all just kind of died off from old age. So then we have our budget, and it says income. Base income is 6, produced 173.8. Let's see here. Gain from planets. Excuse me. Here's our expenses. Okay. So basically what this is all dealing with energy credits. Okay. This is the income. This is the outflow. And this is what we're making. Okay. So we have 1,921 stored, and we're making 7 per month. So this is going up. If it's in the negative, this will be going down. This will be in red. All right. As you can see, things are green on this indication, and then some are in red. That's red is a negative, green is, positive. Okay. Economic effects, we've got some modifiers over here. Monthly unity, that's this stuff up here. Unity is used to unlock new traditions. Increase our output by building Autochilon, Chithon, Autochilon, this thing, monuments, or other unity buildings. All right. Build cost, no modifiers, clear blocker cost, energy empire generation. That's adjusted because we have an edict in place to push the energy production higher for like the next several years. And then demographics, we're all human. Okay. You can wind up with systems where you have, different alien races and what have you involved. You wind up with a smorgasbord of races in your area. All right, so that's the leadership, the government tab up here. Now, across the top, you have a whole bunch of stuff, including your numbers of income in various things, energy credits, minerals, food, and see how it says. Okay, so look at food. So it says stored 884 of 1,000. That means our storage capacity is 1,000. Effectively, once you hit that capacity, then you get, like it says, bonus population growth. All right. So you can mouse over this stuff and get it, pretty quick. Influence, unity. Now this is your research stuff here. So there's physics research, society research, engineering research. Over here is directly controlled colonized systems. We can effectively control 3 colonized systems. Base 3. All right. There is stuff you can do later to expand this, but right now I have colonies on Earth and Alpha Centauri. Okay. Our naval capacity. Whoops, we are 1 ship over capacity. I missed that one. I guess I need to research some stuff and get that number pushed up. Starbase capacity. This is where you don't just build a base like I was saying, space station, but you upgrade it to a starbase. All right, that's a different story right there. So I've got 3 starbases currently. And strategic resources, Granthium ore. Yeah, I got that recently, so that's a good thing. Okay, so that covers this board across the top. Now you see these little things right here? These are your little updates saying, bing bong, something just happened. Pay attention to this. A new ruler was elected. President Martina Schaefer will rule until the next election, which will take place on 2272, December 5th, I guess that is. So it's 2263. Okay? And this, I think the game starts in 2200. So I'm kind of a ways into this. We have an anomaly that UNS Magellan has found on Devasa 6. So what you can do is you can right-click to dismiss these things, or you can left-click to open them up. So I right-clicked on the one, I left-click on this one. All right. So Ichika Ishii is the commander of UNS Magellan, research ship, science ship, and she's currently investigating the anomaly. All right. So this is good. It's relatively routine. The research time is provided here. And you can jump over there with this little thing here. Bang. We're there. And there they are. UNS Magellan in the Devasa system. Now, where's the Devasa system relative to Earth? That's a good question. Let's go down here to the galaxy map. Boink. It's out on the edge. They're exploring new ground over there. Because Sol is way over here. Okay, so here's our home system. Here's Alpha Centauri, right? Barnard Star. You might know some of this stuff. You Elite Dangerous players will probably know a lot of this stuff. But anyway, so Sol system's here and Alpha Centauri's here. And that science ship is way over here. Okay? All right. Let's see what else. So we've covered this stuff across the top. We can get rid of this, blah, blah, blah. Very good. Your game speed controls are here. We're paused. Click that to pause and unpause. All right. This speeds it up and slows it down. Okay. You can go faster, and go fastest speed, or you can go slowest speed. Okay. Or you can go normal speed, and you just pause. Okay. It kind of is beneficial to let the game move along. You may not do that your first playthrough. Like, I would recommend doing the tutorials like I'm doing, and you start getting the hang of it, and then you start moving ahead of it, and it kind of works with you. So when you click on something that you haven't clicked on before, it'll tell you, a little robot dude will pop up in the upper right and say, "Yeah, this is this and that and the other. It would be a good thing if you use this." And he'll go through some of that la-ti-da stuff for you. Anyway, all right, so here's the galaxy map. You want to pan out, there's the galaxy. This is what we have explored in our area, the United Federation of Planets. Okay, and then there's the state of Irlom Jumtra. Okay, these are some alien dudes, and we're buds now. They weren't so sure of us at first, and then they weren't happy with us, and I sent them some food and proposed a research agreement, and they went for it, and so now we're kind of buds. And now we're really buds. We have I promised them that they could remain independent and whatever. But yeah, I put the kibosh on them right here. Built a station here, and they weren't happy about that. But I'd already jumped my science ship over here. So when they cut off their borders, he had no way to get home. So I had to get that open again. So I did it through some cunning diplomacy, probably mutually beneficial diplomacy. Anyway, you'll see the piracy numbers are kind of up, and in part, I think it's because of this system here. I do not control this system as yet. I have a couple of construction ships in the area, and we're going to head that way soon to at least build a station. That way pirates won't spawn there. I did have a pirate issue out of Maya, and I squashed them like a bug. Now, speaking of how you do that, I've got a couple of fleets of ships. And that's the first fleet's here, second fleet's here. Why do I have 2 fleets? Because I did have 1 fleet, and I sent them in here to jack with these guys, and these guys kicked the crap out of me. Sent me home with my tail between my legs. So, Taugagawa is our second, aside from Alpha Centauri. So we've got a big station at Sol, a big one at Alpha Centauri, and a big one at Taugagawa. Okay? Because I kind of feel that's the gateway system. If you look here, see how everything's cut off? That's the only way in to our sector of the galaxy here, is through this crossroads. This is Baston. For those of you who are World War II historian types, this is Baston, the 7 crossroads. Although that's not 7, it's 6. But you get to the point. If you don't let the bad guys through here, they can't get back in here. Okay. So that's kind of how things work there. You see all the yellow flashy thingies? Now, that means there's something going on in that system that I should pay attention to. There's a special project here that needs to be looked at. So I got to send a science ship for that. The Cormagas system, nothing's flashing in here, so that's what kind of confuses me. I think there's a little bug going on that I'd already taken care of, whatever it was going on in that system. We have a project going on. There's some bad guys over here that we're not going to mess with yet. Something supposedly is going on over here, but again, I think I cleared it out already, because I don't see any indication of anything special. Oh, wait, it says there's something here. You know what? I had a ship over here looking at it, and nothing was happening. So, meh, whatever. Now, we kind of want to get over here, but we got to get through Ugarsti, this system. We got to get through that first, and we found some bad guys there. So I'm kind of getting the fleets together. I want to kind of clean up the schmutz over here, and we cleaned up some stuff over here. I'm kind of wanting to take Great Wound, although we're going to build us a station here, and we'll have this black hole. It'd be good if we had that one. But then I want to go after this guy and clear him out so we can expand this way and explore. As right now we're exploring through here, and we're kind of in a cul-de-sac. So we've got the UNS Magellan over here, and it's doing some exploration. All right, anyway, all right, enough of that willy foo-foo stuff. So, I mentioned having some diplomacy with these guys. That's these tabs up here. So here's your contacts, okay? Okay, wherever they are. We could... Oh, they don't have any diplomacy. So they're fanatic xenophobes. Okay, so they have no desire to mess with anybody else. Now, when you're setting up the game, humans have 2 different options to go down. You can be xenophiles, which means you're cool with aliens, or you can be xenophobes, which is the military choice to go with. All right, so if you want to have a stronger military, if you want to be more research oriented, you go with like the regular, the xenophiles, and if you want to be more domination military oriented, more dictatorial, you go with the xenophobes. Okay, and then these are spiritualists, whatever. All right, so here's the guys we're buds with. All right, diplomatic, they're independent. Okay, we have a trade deal, we have non-aggression pact, and independence is guaranteed. Okay, so that's a good thing. So they like us. We're at plus 65. Yeah. There's some border friction, but that's, still, it's all good. And their relative power is equivalent to us. Their fleet power is equivalent. Naval power capacity is superior. Technology is equivalent now. So now they've gotten equivalent to us. Okay. So there's all kinds of stuff up here to see and look at and what have you. All right. Now, next thing is situation log. The situation log kind of tells you what to do. There is a lot of storyline stuff that goes on with this game. It's really cool. So precursors, the Irasians. All right, so some alien race. And we found the derelict cruiser. There's like 6 or 7 steps to this. We found the orbital station. Asteroid listing post is available. and signs of Eurasian activity is completed. Now, why tracked? Oh, okay. So if we turn this on, it'd be tracked. So we don't need this. Maybe that's why stuff is blinking. Stop tracking. Okay, that explains it. That explains it. So stop tracking that. And that should mean those turned off. Very good. All right, so we learned something. All right, so you can turn that off. Now we know we need to go there, and we completed this. So this was going on in Ulm. So we know we're done with Ulm. So we can stop tracking it. All right, so the asteroid listening post, we're going to send this guy. So we're going to left click on him. Over here's our options, what to do for the science. This is the other science ship. This is kind of a weird storyline thing that came along. One of our ships disappeared in some like time-space continuum thing, and then it popped back, and half the crew was missing. Well, then zoom, the crew reappears aboard this different ship, and that's this ship. And so it's a little kind of weird. All right, so this is like move. You can return, you can stop, you can merge fleets, you can initiate jumps, do whatever. Then you can scan stuff, like survey, research anomalies, you put your fleet stance, assist research, automatic exploration, and experimental subspace navigation. We don't have that because we don't have speculative hyperlane breaching research yet. So we're going to move him over to the revac system. Boink. And then once we get there, we'll have him check out that anomaly. So we just close that out. All right. What else we got? Close galaxy map. You can click that there. Corolla mining system. All right. You can click on your government thing here. There's little things you can click on here, there, and everywhere. All right. That'll pull stuff up. What else? So this is the music control. When you play the game, you've got this really cool music to listen to, which is really neat. And you can turn the volume down here, because if you're recording or if you're going to your broadcast, you can't have the music playing. That's in the EULA. So make sure to read that thoroughly and pay attention. Okay, over here, our outliner, which gives you options on how to configure. You can scroll up and down through it. So it's showing our planets. We're on Earth and Alpha Centauri. Shipyards, Sol Station, and Taogawa. Star bases, we got Lando Station, which is here, which is on their border. Military fleet, first and second fleet, and this allows you to see at a glance what you've got, like the fleet composition here. Military power is 1051, hull points 6,000, so they're full up. Command limit usage is 15 out of 50. Fleet composition is 2 destroyers and 11 corvettes. And then you can click it to select it, or double click or right click to go to, right? All right. So that's the military fleets, right? And you can close this stuff down like this, so it makes it, a little more convenient. Then you've got civilian ships, so construction ships. Now, what it's saying here is these guys are not busy; they're chilling. All right, so we need to get them doing something. Okay. Construction ship, there's colony ship. The colony ship from Sol, that's this right here. UNS Mozambique is heading to withdrawal because we're going to colonize this planet. Other science ship is heading somewhere. Okay, this one is researching. All right, and the captain is class 4 in experience, so that's good. They started class 1. The more they do, the more experience they get, and the better they are at whatever they do. And then we got 2 factions within our empire. And so they have different influences. And I'm not really getting any help from the Alien Aid Initiative people. So,
the faction screen gives an overview of the populace's political leanings. Be aware that shifts in the socio-political climate may give rise to factions. Details on faction sizes, attractiveness to our pops, and how content they are can also be found here.
Okay, so you can see there's more. It reads off the first paragraph, okay? So these guys aren't terribly happy with us. Here's their issues. Okay, so their issues are indirect xenology, no purges, all refugees are welcome. I don't have that checked right now. Diplomacy traditions. All right, so there's different things. There's different hot button issues for them, like different hot button issues for these guys. They're anti-autocratic, they're about free movement, reproductive freedom, and anti-caste. There's the heads of those things. And these people run for office. So they're running for the presidency. So it's kind of, you can impact the elections when the elections come around. So I mentioned, wait, was it? It was on here a minute ago. Policies need. Wait, no, it's factions. Fleet manager. Is it policies needed?
The Policies tab covers government policies, as well as empire-wide edicts, practices that can be enforced by spending some of our resources.
Okay, so thank you, robot. Appreciate you. So the power thing, I have capacity overload going, so that's helping increase our energy generation. It'll last 11 years, 6 months. Okay, it cost influence to actually capacity overload. I think I've cost 1,000 energy credits. Okay, now see here we've got different policies. All right. Core world's population, refugees welcome, slavery prohibited, purge prohibited, right? Different factions, different cultures have different policies, all right? So contacts, we covered that. Oh, if you want to contact your buds, say, like these guys, so I'm going to communicate with them. Yeah, cool. This will tell you more about them. They're authoritarian, they're fanatical materialists. This is their state, and you can go to their home world. All right, their opinion of us is very good. Empire colonies, empire population, cordial relations, equivalent naval force, 75% trust. Okay, so we can jump over there. Here's their leader. Here's the stuff we got going on with them. We have trade deals. We don't have that. We have non-aggression pact set up. We have our borders open. We could close our borders to them. We could revoke the guarantee. You know, it's as far as the independence of their nation goes. All right, so there's different things you can do here, and you can offer stuff. So if we want to offer a trade deal, right? We could trade energy credits, mineral food, transfer system, information research agreement. I really want this system over here next to Lando, this Borbagon system. I want this because then they wouldn't be able to cut this path off. But as long as we're friendly, it's okay, right? You know, well, what do you do? All right, thank you. Please drive through. Okay, so you've kind of seen how this looks. You got to see how all this looks over here. Close that. Down here is ways to control the maps. Turn things on and off. All right. So like there, I just turned on the handshake, and that, as opposed to the Empire map mode, and then Union's map mode. Hyperlanes. There's those on and off sectors. AI attitude. Opinion map. Alright, cool. Neighbor map. And then you've got details map mode, go to, search, multiplayer chat if you're doing multiplayer, help keys, and then your main menu is down here. All right, save, load, settings. You can set up auto save, and it will auto save for you every so often, and be good to go. All right, and then down here at the bottom left, you've got Earth, Click on that, and it allows you to look at Earth and see what's going on, what your resource output is, habitability, blah blah blah, all this stuff. You can look at no active edicts, so you could instill martial law. That would not be good. Don't want that. Now you can look at the surface of a planet, and this is when you colonize, you can have up to 25 tiles. Okay, Earth right now is a so-so sized planet. I mean, it's 16, right? It's about 2/3 the size of what it could be. Now, I'm sending a ship over the Mozambique. It's heading to Wistar 3. Look at this. It has 24 out of 25 possible tiles. That's the most you can have. So this is a big world, right? So we've got folks heading that way to land on it. So that'll be cool. All right. So that, again, allows you to look at that.
This is where we manage all ground forces on this planet. The upper portion of this view is divided into 3 sections. The top section represents the orbital space above the planet. The middle section is the atmosphere, and the bottom section is the surface.
There we go. Okay. What did I do? I assigned a general to this army. Otherwise, I haven't messed with this yet. That's just so you can take over planets. All right. You can recruit armies. You can recruit generals. Whatever. That's how that works. Whoops, wait. One more tab. Spaceport. Spaceport's good. It's important. Currently, I have a science ship, a Pytheas class, under construction. You build your construction ships, your science ships, and your colony ships here at the spaceport on planets. You don't build these at the big spaceports. All right. So let's close this. First Fleet. This shows a breakdown of First Fleet. Okay. So we've got 2 Spruance class destroyers. I named those Spruance class. And you can custom build those. I got some Baraka class corvettes. And then I've got some corvettes that I have designed. It's a different loadout. The C1 class is a missile boat. The Mark III class and Mark IIIA class are upgraded warships. And then the Spruance class was a ship that I designed myself. It tells you all kinds of stuff about them here. You can reinforce the fleet, you can split the fleet, you can transfer ships, you can upgrade, you can repair it, where their home base is. You can set up their stance, it's aggressive stance, no orders. It's passive. They'll move towards hostile, not move towards, but will engage in combat if they move close enough, right? And then stuff like over here, it indicates like your shields, your hull, and your hit points, or shields, armor, and hit points. Okay, because you have to punch through all 3 of those. All right, down here is our Marco Polo research ship, so we can tell them what to go do and what to look at, and then you have construction ships. All right, you can tell them to build Starbase. And then once you've occupied a system with a Starbase, then you could build the other stuff. Okay, so that covers that section of the screen. What haven't we looked at yet? That's pretty much it. Well, we got technology up here. So you have 3 researchers, and they are looking into various things. So for now, this guy's working on researching exploit living metal. We're getting pretty close. We've got 153 months remaining, but that's a big deal because we have living metal down here on Barnard's star. So we have to go get that. That will be one of these strategic resources. Like currently we have uranthium ore, which is in the Tatanga system. And then I'm also trying to get Ingos vapor. Okay. So you want to be able to exploit that. All right. Potentially habitable world, not looking good. Plus, I think there's some bad creatures on there. Doesn't look too good. And so, yeah, these guys are researching. And I don't want to change research. Yeah, I don't want to mess with too much over here because I don't want to possibly cancel, especially this or any of these things. I mean, they've taken months. Like I said, I've had some turnover. So this guy's a level 4. This guy's a level 2, and she's a level 1. So, research takes longer. Part of I think what you've got to do is assign these people to science ships, have them go out and explore several systems, maybe a couple of anomalies, build up their experience, then bring them back home and put them into these positions here. Because what will happen is your leaders will get recruited out of these positions too. So then you have to bring in some new schlub out of the fleet or out off the street to take over the position of researcher. So I think there's a way to balance your experience of your researchers and whatnot by having them out in the fleet for a while and then having them in doing research and stuff back and forth. I haven't messed with that, but you can do it. You can change it up and everything. And then over here is the more stuff. We saw this earlier, planets and sectors. It tells us the planets we've got. Policy and edicts, we looked at that. Factions, we saw them. We have no claims. Strategic resources, we looked at. Species, we've got that. Leaders. Here's our leaders. We've got governor. We've got scientists. There's a long list of them. See, so they're doing engineering research. She's investigating Devasa 6. This guy, Hugh Lang, is Yang, is commanding UNS Marco Polo. This guy's on the other science ship, UNS Tradewind, scientist, society research, and physics research. And then we got a couple of admirals leading the 2 fleets. This guy's got a lot more experience. The second fleet came along later after they got their butts handed to them, the first battle out there. And then generals, like I said, we've assigned him. He hasn't done anything yet, so he's probably not going to go anywhere until we do. All right, what else? Traditions. Oh, this is an interesting one. Okay, so this is cool. You build and it helps if you build. All right, let's look at this thing, this monolith-looking thing on Earth. Surface. You build. Oh, let's build some on Earth. So we'll tell them what to build. So what we have here is a power. So we want to build a power plant there. So we click on the tile. And we click
Some
build.
buildings may cause adjacency effects to other buildings in neighboring tiles. Let us take this into consideration when constructing new facilities.
Okay, great. Thank you. So power plant 1. We are going. Oh wait, no. We can have energy grid. Some energy credits, and more importantly, increase the overall output of the planet. Do I have an energy grid here already? I don't think I do. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. That's a power plant 2. That's a power plant 2. Let's build an energy grid there. Okay, so maybe that'll help out once that gets built. All right. So anyway, so yeah, there's Earth and there's building stuff. Oh, this is the thing I was looking at. The auto that thing, the auto monument. I think it gives you more unity, and unity, when that racks up, allows you to do traditions. All right. So I already ran through Discovery because I watched some videos. A-Spec is a guy on YouTube that does really good videos on Stellaris. So I suggest check out his channel. Discovery is a good place to start. They just nerfed it a little bit, but still, it increases your survey speed, your disengage chance, allows you to assist research, science division, research alternatives is unlocked, leader experience gain goes up, boom, boom, boom. Once you get all these done, then you get an ascension perk, okay, over here. And in my case, I chose technological ascendancy, which increases research speed. All right. Now, currently I'm working on expansion. And I think once I hit the next, so I need 515 more Unity. Is that Unity, right? Yeah, Unity. And then I can unlock this, I think. And once that's unlocked, then another one of these. Once you have all of this unlocked, another one of these opens up for you to choose. All right, and that helps you out in other ways. Okay, so that's how that works. Close that. Today. Expansion planner.
In the expansion planner, we find nearby habitable planets that may present opportunities for colonization. We can build colony ships and issue them orders directly from this screen.
Yes, thank you, bot. Here's the thing. Poor quality minerals, that's no good. Tile society output. Okay, that's good. Terraforming candidate on Mars. Okay, we could do that. Now, size 13, this is the number of tiles. So here's the thing. 24 on Wistral 3. Okay. Abilene 2 has 24 also, but yeah, we would have to terraform the planet, and it's got hostile fauna. There's an asteroid belt around this guy. Magog Perch, we were observing, and they nuked themselves. So they're out of play. So that shows you that screen, and then there's the ship designer, which is really cool. So I can look at the different ships I've got, the weapon systems on board, and I've upgraded some of this stuff. I have it set to auto upgrade. Here's my Spruance class destroyer. The Osaka class is what you get. It's auto generated, just like the defense platform here. The Perry is auto generated. I developed the CIWS Mark 1 and Mark 1A, a little different loadout on each. Close-in weapon system, for those of you familiar with the U.S. Navy, yeah, that's where I got it from. It's the R2D2 system. So you can put in things like reactors, shields, armor, and weapons. And then you can upgrade stuff like this over here. Your computers and all that stuff. And it tells you all your data about the ship, and then you save the ship designs. Okay? Cool.
In the Fleet Manager, we can create templates for our military fleets. As our fleets grow in size, these templates make it easier to quickly order replacements for any losses they may have sustained.
Well, there you go. Thank you. Covered that. All right. So this video has gone a little longer than I expected, but I guess it shouldn't be surprising to anyone. But I think we've covered the GUI and some of the basics of how to play Stellaris. 2.1 now available from Paradox on Steam. Link in the description below. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give us a like. We appreciate it. Thanks for coming around and checking out the channel. New game, and really looking forward to this. So it's exciting stuff. Share with your friends. Let them know about Stellaris, now available on Steam. Like I said, link in the description below. And about some of the other stuff we've got going on with Sim Airport or Tower 3D Pro or some of the other games we've put out recently. And subscribe to the channel for more great content coming soon. We appreciate everyone for coming around. Hope you have a great evening, morning, day for wherever you are on planet Earth or beyond. Thanks again, folks. Have a great one. I'm A-Train. It's over. And I'm out.